right, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Guys, we are so excited to be here with you and really share these great innovative companies with you. If you're not familiar, all of the founders here today are a member of the REACH program with NAR, and we're going to bring in Ashley Stinton here just to tell you a little bit more if you're not familiar about what REACH does and what their goals are, and then we'll hear from each of these founders about the amazing innovative tech that they've created to help all of you become better agents, help your customers, and hear from them directly about these exciting new products and trends. So Ashley, welcome. We'd love to hear from you.
Hey, Tom. Thanks. Joining from snowy Chicago today. Thanks to all of our attendees for being here. I hope you're in better weather conditions. Maybe not if you're in the Northwest, but fingers crossed everybody gets through this wild week of weather. But we're not here to talk about that. We are here to share with you 8 solutions that REACH has selected for our 2024 program. We actually are just wrapping up our program. So these companies have spent the last year really diving in with us. REACH is NAR's technology accelerator, and our role is to take the thousands of new tech solutions that exist for real estate and pick the top solutions that you should pay the most attention to. So this year we've picked 8 solutions in a variety of capacities: consumer-facing solutions, innovations in financing and staging, digital listings, offer management, project management, lead gen. So our role is to take all these amazing new solutions that are out there, pick the best few, and then scale these solutions for your benefit through mentorship, through exposure, webinars like this, industry events where you may have run into us throughout the year. And the best part is these companies, even though are just now completing the program, once you're part of REACH, you're always part of the REACH portfolio. But we hope that today's webinar, you take away some key insights on what each company is focused on, how you could put them into your business, or how you could be aware of them for when they make it to your market and when you could implement them in your business down the road. So thanks, Tom, for the opportunity, and I'll turn it back over to you.
Yeah, absolutely, Ashley. We are so excited as always to partner with you guys. You do incredible things in the industry. And folks, kind of piggybacking off what Ashley said, please, if you have questions, make use of this time, use the chat box. We want you to be able to access these founders while they're here today, right? Pick their brains. They're full of great knowledge and information and happy to share it with you. So please use that chat box as we go through. We'll also do some Q&A after each speaker. And with that, we'll go ahead and we'll dive in, and we're going to get started with Austin Lane, founder of Notable.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Ashley. Happy to be here. Thank you, everybody, for joining. So I'm Austin Lane. I'm the founder and CEO of Notable. Our goal at Notable is to unlock the potential in every listing. And so it starts with what defines potential. Well, it's really the buyer. The buyer is the one who decides the value in the home. And so you have to ask yourself, what do home buyers want? Well, the overwhelming majority of home buyers want one thing, which is a moving and ready home. 70% of buyers indicate they prefer turnkey property. They want a house that they can see themselves in, that they can imagine themselves cooking dinner in that first night. So what does it take to get a home move-in ready? Well, these are a lot of the basic things that agents are doing every day in these homes. They're painting, landscaping, staging, swapping out new flooring, a new roof. These recommendations, in fact, are some of the biggest value that an agent can provide in helping their clients decide how to go about selling their home and maximizing that sale price. The other thing that they're often doing is bringing in their network of contractors, handymen, stagers, people who can help the homes get into this state. And by doing those two things, they're able to take a huge burden off of their clients, which is the hassle of getting the home move-in ready. But they also know that there's a cost to this. And for the average homeowner, that cost is about 2 to 4% of the list price. Unfortunately, that amount would deplete the average savings for that homeowner. And so what that means is that you'll have folks who either won't have the funds for these improvements or are going to have to dip into investments that are otherwise illiquid to make them, which means they're less likely to do this work that's being recommended and less likely to achieve, top dollar and the best outcome on the home. And so that's why we built Notable. We built Notable to solve for this problem by offering your sellers an incredibly easy to use line of credit to get their home move-in ready. So it's up to $50,000. It's unsecured. This is not a mortgage. which means that it's a really short 90-second application. We'll never do a hard credit check. And importantly, you can use this on any project or expense that gets the home move-in ready or makes that process easier for sellers. And that includes everybody that you already work with. There are no restrictions on which contractors you use, and they don't have to be pre-approved by Notable. And then it's really easy to just repay it through the closing. So Notable empowers agents to give every seller what they're looking for, which is to sell faster, to sell for a higher price, and to sell with less stress. But this is not, a theory of ours. We've actually done this 30,000 times. We've issued almost $1 billion in credit. And throughout that, we've had a really strong 96% customer satisfaction score, which in our industry is a little unheard of. We get these quotes all the time, but this is a great example. They all tend to revolve around this, which is this program fit perfectly for my client. It allowed us to put our best foot forward. I never get sick of these before and afters. So we don't just provide the funds. We actually partner with brokerages to create these beautiful white label programs that give agents, a product to go out there and offer as a reason to work with them specifically at their agency, which means they're able to prospect and win more listings and ultimately boost their commissions. We definitely work with the industry's best. We have been and remain the sole provider of the Compass Concierge program. We're also, as of this year, working with over 36 other brokerages to unlock the potential in every listing. I'd love to talk to you. You can go to this QR code if you'd like to partner with us and see a demo, learn more. If you're an agent at a brokerage and you'd love to see this at your brokerage, please also reach out. We'll chat with you and find a way to bring it to management. Thanks so much, everybody.
Yeah, thanks, Austin. It's great to hear from you. Really exciting product, right? It allows agents, brokers to provide additional value to their clients. I love the white label application, right? It's something that, so many people need. And we've kind of seen a few other competitors in the space that are close. Can you tell us a little bit about how you kind of differentiate yourself from some of the other companies where I know some other ones, they actually manage like the construction process, things like that. What's kind of your niche? How do you differentiate yourself there?
Totally. So the biggest thing that differentiates that is we are not a contractor. So we are only in the business of providing those funds to your client to defer that cost entirely to sale. What that means is that enables agents to use the network of contractors, like I said, handymen, stagers, and all the other vendors that they already know that maybe aren't specifically contractors, to bundle that all under one, product, one way to defer all of that cost. There are certainly folks out there who are looking for, a single contractor to kind of do all of this for them. But the vast majority of folks, are bringing together different solutions and most importantly, tapping into networks that they've spent years developing where they know the quality, they know the consistency, they know the price.
Sure. That's a huge differentiator. It sounds like it really gives the consumer ultimately even more choice over, right, who's doing the actual work.
Exactly.
One other quick question for you. You
Yeah.
mentioned that Notable can be used on every listing. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah. I think that maybe specifically because of those like contractor groups, there's an expectation that this is only for listings that need major renovations. Our average loan size is around $20,000, and you can see how quickly that can just add up from staging, painting, landscaping, cleaning. We really emphasize doing the very quick and simple things that will have the biggest impact on the home and not focusing on making major renovations. And so when you look at it through that lens, that's broadly applicable to a $300,000 house and a $3 million home, both of which, to the earlier point about having access to those funds, can take advantage of the convenience and simplicity of using this type of product.
Awesome. I love it. And any other questions, guys, type those in the chat. Austin will be able to answer those for you. If you're interested, scan that QR code, go learn more about this awesome product and how you can bring it to your clients. Again, really excited to have you here, Austin. Thanks for your time today.
Thanks so much, Tom.
Sure. And with that, we're going to transition over to Vijay with Trackxi.
Can everybody see my screen? Hear me okay?
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you. Awesome. Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon for some of you. My name is Vijay Gopalswamy. I'm with a company called Trackxi. Second. Right. So I'm the CEO and co-founder of Trackxi. I'm also a real estate agent. I've been in the business for about 15 years. I have a small team in Portland. We have about 4 people in my team, and we do about 50 to 100 transactions a year, roughly. And a couple of my stats, I never purchased a lead, and I average 2 referrals per closing. That's kind of my history. I'm kind of a 5-star agent, and I get 5-star reviews pretty much across the board. And the reason is I impress the heck out of my clients during my transaction. And in 2021, I set a goal of 100 transactions, small team, 100 transactions. And soon we realized we could not do this. And there were mainly 2 reasons, right? Let me get into the reasons. But if you scale back and see some of the statistics for real estate agents, a lot of the agents fail within the first 5 years. A lot of people leave, right? And an average successful agent does about 12 transactions a year. I mean, successful agents. And the top teams and agents, they close 20 to 30 transactions. So anybody who goes above that, we have, just a little bit of uphill battle. So if you think about why can't we close 10, 20, 50, 100 more transactions? Like I said, there's typically 2 reasons. One, real estate transaction is a complex process. There's lots of parties involved, lots of transactions, communications happening. That's one of them. And not everybody manages key tasks with the same intent. And the second one, most of the agents and team, they don't have clear systems and processes, right? So if you look at the screen here on the left-hand side, we teach agents to generate or buy leads, and there's lots of options out there. And we have a lot of software to manage that. On the right-hand side, the brokerages, they teach you how to do documentation, forms and contracts and all that. That's all managed by a lot of the systems on the right-hand side, the sort of compliance systems, basically. In the middle is a black hole for agents and teams. They don't know, or they're not taught how to manage their small business, right? So if you go into the details of this, what do the agents do in everyday life? They use they communicate with a lot of parties. Like if you see in the left side of this box, there's buyers, sellers, lenders, title company, contractors, all these people you communicate with. And then you do different kinds of tasks. It's not only a contract or something, it's lots of different types of tasks, right? Lock boxes and staging companies and all these things you have to manage, mortgages and all this, right? So the agents have a variety of different things they have to do. And how do they manage all this? It's typically they don't have a good system or process. They either remember it, most of them. They have a checklist or a dashboard or a spreadsheet. And some really, really advanced agents and team, they use Asana, Monday, Trello, or Salesforce, right? These are generic project management tools. They're not cut out for real estate. And the most important thing, they don't provide any visibility to what the agent or team is doing to the clients, buyers, and sellers, right? It may be amazing for you, but nobody knows what you're doing, right? This is an analogy. We go to a shopping list, grocery shopping with a list. Apparently, we use the same list to sell and buy homes. Is it the best our industry can do? We don't think so. That's why we created Trackxi. So what is Trackxi? Trackxi is a powerful, modern, easy-to-use platform that can organize the entire transaction and client journey for a real estate buyer and seller, right? It's color-coded. Each line here is a transaction. Each bubble is a task you need to complete. Green tasks are completed. Red is to due today. So it's very, very clear who needs to do what in a team. And if you click into one of these transactions, this gives you an end-to-end view about the whole transaction, 100% transparency, and all of this you can share with your buyers and sellers. So just imagine an agent or a team going to a listing presentation or a buyer, meeting a new buyer with this level of transparency, and you tell them, these are the 35 things I'm going to do for you. This is why you're going to pay me X amount of commission, right? It becomes a very clear and palatable conversation. You look very professional when you do this, okay? And we also have like a prospect management where you can, if you have a new buyer or seller, a lot of people don't follow up regularly. So this system helps you to kind of follow up with the rigor. And we don't want to bore you with a lot of features. We do have a lot of features. So there's an end-to-end platform that does everything an agent or a team needs to do, right? From annual target setting, how to run a small business, to templates for emails, templates for buyers transactions, templates for listing transaction, lots of automation, files, everything. But not only this organized, it is available for everybody in the transaction as well. Very transparent. Okay. So results, you get a very professionally run business. And sometimes you get like 90-95% efficiency on routine things we do. For example, if you want to send an open an escrow, people copy paste all the details and do it. Our system can do it with one click, right? So what end result for me, I spend about 1 to 2 hours a day in my business. I'm still an agent. I'm still running a software company, and I still close about 60, 70 deals this year. That's the success of this platform. Okay, I want to leave you with a couple of quotes. Systems run the business and people run the system. So if you don't have a system, you won't be able to scale, right? And then also you don't rise to the level of your goals, but you fall to the level of your systems. So a lot of people have like morning routine. If you don't have it, you're not going to do the things you want to do that day, right? It's pretty simple. And then, so that's kind of the end of it. So scan this QR code or go to the website and you can view a demo. There's a little explainer video. You can sign up for a 14-day trial if you're an agent or a team. And if you're a franchisee or a brokerage or an MLS or association, please contact us and we'll love to do a demo for your team or board or your brokerage.
Awesome, Vijay, thank you. And I'll tell you, I've seen this product. It's awesome. Absolutely love it. So folks, if you're interested, scan that QR code. It's awesome. They've got a free trial here for you. Take advantage of that. If you have questions, type those in the chat box. Vijay, one thing that I want to highlight is that I know when I saw this with you is that your client can see what you're doing, right? So when it talks about, really selling your value proposition, the buyers, sellers are able to see all of those different things that the agent is doing, and they get sort of a better sense, right? They don't just think, oh, the agent's not doing anything. They see all of that stuff. And can you elaborate a little bit more on how the buyer or seller can actually participate with this, right? So if you need stuff from them, they're aware of it and they can submit it there.
Absolutely. So right now they can view it and they can see what it is. Of course, the buyers and sellers, they have a tight relationship with the agents, so they can call them. And in about like 3 weeks from now to before the end of the year, we're going to open that up. So the agents and buyers and sellers, they can also, if you click on one of these, there's a feature where you can chat with the agents on that particular transaction, on that particular task. So if it's talking about an escrow opening or something, you can talk about that particular task. It's like a chat box for that particular task. And
Sure.
lenders and all these other partners can also communicate with the agent.
Perfect. So you can kind of pull everything into one location and track it. We love it.
Correct.
Awesome. Well, Vijay, thank you. I don't see any questions in the chat box yet, but they might come in. Guys, again, if you have questions, you want to learn more, reach out to Vijay or put that in the chat box and we'll get you that information. And with that, we're going to transition over to Georgie with Purlin.
Hello, everyone. My name is Georgi. I'm the founder and CEO of Purlin. Very excited to be here to talk to you about our company. We launched Purlin in 2018 to answer this question. How can AI and all these neural engines and machine learning models that were emerging, how can they transform the way real estate agents and other real estate professionals in title escrow mortgage interact with their clients, deepen their relationship with their clients, and really connect the various dots in the transaction using AI, using a brand new way of thinking about how technology can be done. Since then, in order to answer that question and many other questions that followed, we partnered with some of the best and the brightest in the industry. We really wanted to learn and listen, so we brought technology to the table, and then we collaborated with agents, brokers, lenders, title companies, escrow companies to build a platform that basically automates a lot of tasks that agents and other real estate professionals do on behalf of those professionals, and then helps them create a better relationship with their clients, buyers, sellers, and then connect the dots for everyone across the transaction. So let me show you some of the things that we have built and we're very proud of. Let's start with AI that can sit alongside you, your own AI chatbot that can sit alongside you and be interviewed in a real deal conference by the head of operations, news operations at the Real Deal. This is exactly what we did 2 weeks ago in Miami. This is Frederick Eklund's chatbot, Maya. She can search for homes. She can give you guidance on how to win in a co-op interview in New York. She can compare homes for you. She can show you kitchens in a specific home and talk to you about it and why that's a good match for you. And then she can also answer questions from the audience, which was a little nerve-wracking, but she handled it well. And room was overflowing with people, and she earned a big applause from everyone. The other thing, so Frederick, from that conversation, so this AI gives you a lot of exposure. He got a lot of conversations, kind of walking off the stage. A lot of those, I'm sure, resulted in listing presentations. So how does AI can help you as a real estate agent, as a listing agent in a listing presentation to differentiate yourself? Imagine walking in, having your comps in your back pocket, but walking in, seeing a butcher block in the kitchen or a beautiful, 180 view from the living room and say, oh, this is gorgeous. Let me take a photo of this. So immediately AI finds all the listings that compete with that particular listing on that particular feature that you just took a photo of. This is a great way that our clients differentiate themselves in listing presentations. And then they can compare the inventory with their seller, with the homeowner, kind of listing by listing, room by room. So all of those price conversations, too much, too little, they become contextually relevant in real time based on what you see in the listing presentation in your first meeting with your homeowner. So you have this amazing tool, you've impressed your homeowner. Now it's time to get that listing and get that exposed and get some traffic for your listing page. For this, we actually built an AI advertising platform that produces 14 times better ROI on advertising than anything you can do on your own, or even with a marketing professional or marketing assistant. The way we do it is we generate a lot of unique content about the listing, and then we have a lot of proprietary algorithms that tell Meta and Google how to target people for those particular listings online, everywhere, digital, Facebook, Instagram, and anywhere Google has reach. So this product brings a lot of customers to your listings. And now some of them come internationally, some of them come during the night when they have nothing else to do. So you need a way to engage them in a conversation about that listing. So the same chatbot that I showed you earlier can exist on any listing, on any website. And you can talk to people about particular listings in any language and any time of day. And then through those conversations, the people that come to your listing may find that that's a great listing for them and they will express interest and AI will connect them with you. Or they may find that that's not the great fit for them, but maybe there's something else in the marketplace that's a better match for them. So through that engagement with kitchens, images, views, features of the home, our AI matches users with other listings on the market. Maybe off-market listings, on-market listings, it really doesn't matter. And it kind of has this continued conversation and engagement. And when there is listings on the market or questions from the client that require agent's attention, AI surfaces those and connects the buyer with the agent with a specific recommendation of which listings to talk about and which rooms or features in that listing to talk about. And we also incorporate mortgage and budget and other things into it. So everything is holistically in one place. And then this AI is available to agents. They don't even need to log into our systems. They can get a text message from AI. They can ask questions. Why is this a good match for this client? What will they like about this listing? And then forward that listing recommendation directly to the client. So we're trying to empower the agents, watch the inventory on their behalf, and then deepen the conversation between them and their buyers. This produces tremendous efficiency for agents. They can work with 4 or 5 times more clients than they would without a system like this. Now that you have that buyer, you found the listing, you have your transaction, congratulations, you've signed your purchase contract. The final step in the process is getting your escrow number if you're in the escrow state, or opening the transaction with a title company. And that AI that I talked about takes that purchase contract and communicates everything. That's all the contingencies, all the dates, all the stakeholders in it. It disperses all the information to the stakeholders, and then constantly, all the time, it's available for updates, conversations about deadlines. So any questions buyers, sellers have about due dates or inspections or underwriting approval targets, this chatbot and this UI can communicate on the agents or on the escrow company's behalf. So we have built this platform, and this system drives tremendous efficiencies in the transaction management process itself. So we have built kind of this umbrella of AI, and we've kind of focused on areas where there is a lot of touch points and conversions in the process from one step to another step with our tools. And this is, again, done in partnership with some of the brokers, mortgage, title, and escrow companies in the industry. We're proud that we've been recognized as the best AI platform. And for agents, brokers out there, we're happy to talk to you and learn from you what AI can do for you. And for association and MLSs, we have a lot of ideas of how we can automate kind of engagement with the real estate agents, from listing creation all the way to member management and using some of these AI tools. So we're just exploring those ideas and would be very interested in hearing from you, if you're an MLS and association, of how AI can help you run your business better as well. So Tom, that's it for me.
Okay, perfect. Well, guys, if you're interested in connecting with Purlin here, with Georgi, go ahead and type some questions in the chat. You can reach out to him there. He's also got some contact information up there on the screen if you want to take a picture of that. But I think something important to highlight here too is just, so many agents are using artificial intelligence, and they don't necessarily use something that's real estate specific. And oftentimes, like, especially with the chatbot, clients come in, they ask questions that they shouldn't be asking, or that the agent really shouldn't be giving them answers to. And I think a lot of your AI is tailored to know those differences and really protect the agent's best interest. So I think that's something important to note about the product that you've created. We're a little over on time, so we're going to keep moving. With that, we're going to go over to Tim Quirk with Final Offer.
Well, hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us this afternoon and experiencing all these amazing technologies. I'm Tim Quirk. I'm the co-founder and chief strategy officer of Final Offer. Everyone's kind of sick of me asking these questions. I'm going to do it again. I ask a lot of folks when they first ask me what I do or what does our company do, and I'll ask a very basic question. If you ask a consumer, have you ever gone through the process of selling your home? And the next question is do you feel like you left money on the table? It's a real thing. The first time I got a reaction where they didn't was I was in Malibu a few days ago, and that was the first time where they didn't feel that way. Otherwise, everywhere else in the country, they do. And Yorgi can back me up there.
Yeah, for sure.
But on the buy side of things, when I'm sure a lot of you, if you guys are agents or brokers on the call and you've experienced the process of putting an offer in for one of your clients, it wasn't accepted. They had no idea why. And then unfortunately, 30, 60 days later, they saw what it went for and they're like, why didn't I have a chance? We built Final Offer as a means to be able to answer these questions and to be able to bring real-time data, transparency, real-time offer alerts to allow agents to be able to bring them to the consumer base to differentiate yourself in a new way, to be able to win listings and to be able to streamline your business process. So you can hear my voice as I'm losing my voice. I'm just going to show you a video and imagine if you're an agent, imagine sending this to a prospective client where you're walking into a listing presentation later today, and think about what their reaction might be.
When you sell your home, you never want to feel like you left something on the table. But with so many potential buyers out there, it's hard not to. Just think of it. A buyer sees your home listed, likes it, maybe gets a tour, but then one day they look and, sale pending, your home is off the market. They feel shortchanged. Then they see what it went for and think, I could have beaten that. Multiply that by the dozens, if not hundreds of people who liked your home, and that's a lot of potential offers that never reach the table. But not with Final Offer. Final Offer lets sellers and buyers engage in a completely transparent offer process, so buyers can be more competitive and sellers can get more of what they want. It's simple. Final Offer lets you tell the market exactly what you're looking for, not just for the sale price, but for all the terms, so buyers have more ways to improve their offer. When an offer is made, everyone who's ever liked your home is alerted in real time, creating a sense of urgency that brings more buyers back to the table. So now, the buyer who would have offered more can do so, and the one who can close sooner can do that too. The offers are ranked by how much overall value they deliver, so if closing in 30 days saves you 10 grand in carrying costs, that's reflected. When the winning offer is made, Final Offer automatically generates the paperwork so sellers and their agent can lock in the deal. This ability to tell buyers what's really important allows sellers and their agents to act more strategically while giving buyers the clarity to make the winning offer fast. This is how you get the best offer for your home. This is Final Offer. Ask your agent to list your home today.
We built that video for agents to be able to send to their clients. We have agents that have won 100% of listing presentations since implementing final offer. We're currently in 12 states as well as Ontario and Alberta, Canada. You can go on any of these areas and you can see for yourself, we're pulling all the listings from the MLS, and then our platform is being used to manage the offer negotiation experience. Sometimes you might be able to see the price and terms of the offers. Sometimes you can't. Here's a good example. This is live. The seller is listed the property for $235,000 and they're disclosing the terms of sale that they're looking for in their home, as well as showing you how they'll weigh one offer versus another if you have a mortgage or whether you can waive that. And right now there's 18 offers that are currently on this property. You can't see the price and terms of them, but you know for a fact that they are represented by a licensed real estate agent and that they're financially qualified to make these offers. The agents are the ones that are making these offers. This thing might heat up. You might end up seeing the price and terms of those offers come to light based off of how the agents negotiate. It's all about negotiation. And what we're doing is we're helping the agent community convert higher and win. And sometimes every listing presentation they go on, we're helping elevate the way that you market and list property. And ultimately, in every market that we're in, agents are beating the average sale to list price, and they're using those results as a way to be able to market themselves. And it's pretty simple. We just went live with William Pitt Sotheby's 2 months ago. That was a particular listing I just showed you with the 18 offers on it. They're enhancing and making it interactive for the community. They're putting sign riders where you can scan the code. What neighbor doesn't want to know what their neighbor's house is going to sell for? At least have what type of demand there is in real time. It gives the agent a way to be able to build their sphere of influence and to be able to provide real-time information to the market that has never been out there before. It's the same thing with the open house experience. You all know how that works. Well, imagine you walked in and you can see what the seller wants, both from not just the list price, but beyond it. What are the terms of sale? Are they offering a secondary option to potentially even hit what we call the final offer? And if you agree to a price instead of terms, you can take it off the market immediately. These types of things are what the consumer base wants. They want more certainty and they want more control in the process, and they want their agents to be able to bring that to them. So ultimately for us, what we're doing is providing a way, I'm just going to skip through, a way to be able to drive more attention and attraction to your listings. When a listing gets hot and text messages are going out and folks are following along in real time, as you can see here, this property got more than double the number of views as its equivalent on Zillow. And we have information that no one else has when it comes to real-time offer information, real-time competitive and demand information, even real-time comps you're able to see in real time on the platform. We now have almost 20% of the market, active listing market in DC. This is where we currently are. We're expanding. We've had exponential growth when it comes to the number of listings and agents that are on this platform. We currently have over 65 brokerages with over 15,000 agents that are using the solution today. We actually have over 100 real estate agents that have invested in our company because they feel that this is the future of the way that transaction will work. The results go on and on. I can sit here and give you case study after case study after case study. But agents that are using this and teams that are using this are absolutely knocking out of the park. And for those of you that are brokerages, we have a way for you to be able to actually turn this into a profit center by bringing this to your agent base. So if you're interested in learning more and understanding why all of these companies and agents in media have featured us in their profiles, feel free to reach out. And ultimately, if you want to get this to be the reaction of your clients and giving you referrals for life and making sure that they stick with you versus going to someone else, this is the way to do it. I'm Tim Quirk, again, co-founder of Final Offer. We're hosting a walkthrough of the platform on Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern, if you're interested in learning more. And we just, little self-promotion, just 3-time now, Best of Prop Tech named by Inman that actually went live today. So that's Final Offer.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Tim. Love it. Sounds like really a no-brainer, right? You can win every listing presentation. That's awesome. That's what agents need. But would you say, it sounds to me like this benefits every stakeholder in the process? Do you agree with that?
It 100% does. Yeah. I mean, buyers know what they're faced with, and their agents can have a discussion with them as to what do you want to do? We know that there's 3 offers. We don't know what they are. I can find out, try and see what we can do to win. Maybe you do know what it is. Now you can have a real conversation. The seller, it's an easy sell to your seller. Imagine walking in and they've been there for 20 years.
Cool.
They have lost, imagine all the memories they might have lost if they had lost over their property for $5,000 20 years ago. They want to give someone else that opportunity. So, and for the agents, they're saving a ton of time and getting better results.
Awesome. We love it. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for being here with us today.
Yeah.
And Tim, I think we do have a
Thanks,
question
everyone.
for you in the Q&A. So if you want to respond to that one with a written answer, we're going to bring on Colette Shelton here with Chirpyest. So excited to have you here, Colette, and welcome.
Hi, everyone. So as Tom said, my name is Colette Shelton, and I'm the founder of Chirpyest. See if we can get this going. So I'm going to ask you this question. Do you think you have influence? And when I think about real estate agents and brokers, I know the answer is absolutely 100% yes. You all are influencers in your lives and in your career. You're people who've chosen careers. So we were talking about you guys all being influencers and the fact that you've chosen a career that's about changing people's lives. And you're proud to share your inspiration and your ideas with everything to do with home buying, including even recommendations on furniture and appliances and the things that people put in their homes. I'm going to tell you the story about this listing. This is an image of a real estate listing in Los Angeles. And what do you think people asked most about in this listing? Well, the answer is they asked about the orange chairs in the corners there. That's right, the orange chairs, not the square footage, not about the neighborhood or the number of baths, but they asked about the orange chairs. Knowing that this happens every day at listings across the country, we thought we wanted to help realtors make listings shoppable. So Chirpyest to the rescue. In this particular case, Acme Real Estate in Los Angeles was able to create a Chirpyest shopping board and sell the orange chairs. And yes, Acme is a real agency in Los Angeles. You can look them up. And with the QR code placed at the listing on the kitchen counter, on the kitchen island, they were able to make the listing shoppable. People could walk in, swipe the QR code, and potential buyers could buy. And now buyers across the country, across Los Angeles, are shopping Acme's listings. Now, to break this down into a bigger problem, you as agents are constantly recommending products to your clients. You're influencing what clients purchase beyond purchasing the actual home. You're a true resource to your clients, but you've never been able to monetize your influence. Well, now our solution is Chirpyest. Chirpyest is a free shopping platform that lets real estate agents shop, share, and earn. Thousands of real estate agents across the country and brokers are using Chirpyest. And again, just to reiterate, it is free. You can easily create a Chirpyest shopping board, and agents can make listings shoppable by curating products from over 800 retailers, and they can earn up to 30% commission if someone shops your Chirpyest shopping board. So this is not only a sharing tool, it's also an earning tool. So these are just some of the retailers that we have on the platform, from fashion, home, beauty, and lifestyle. You can shop everything on Chirpyest, and you can share and you can earn. Let's go back to Acme Real Estate for a second. We thought that they would use Chirpyest shopping boards on 1 or 2 listings. It turns out they're using it for most of their listings. They're using Chirpyest as a marketing tool, an earning tool, a market differentiator. They're the only ones in the area who are offering shopping at the listings, and a brand builder. You can also go into a Acme on their website. They often have a button underneath the listings that says shop the look, and they're able to drive people to their Chirpyest shopping boards as an engagement tool. So just how do you use Chirpyest? You just go to chirpyest.realestate. You can swipe this QR code to get there. You add the browser extension to your toolbar, and then you visit the sites of any of our partner companies, and then you start adding items to your shopping boards. And you can add products that look like your staged listing, or you can add products that you imagine could be in a listing, or just general recommendations, like you might have recommendations for your clients on appliances or on sofas. And then you can just share those boards or links, and you earn money when somebody shops. So just a quick recap on how Chirpyest can help you. You can make your listing shoppable, and you can put a QR code at your listing, for example. You can add a QR code to direct mailers that people can shop. And it's a way to stay engaged in between listings, or after you sold a house. You could say, look, this is a listing I just sold, and here's some ideas on shopping as well. And you can also put links to your shopping board and to products on your social media and on your blogs and websites. And then for personal use, just remember that you can use Chirpyest to earn cash back on your everyday shopping. Now it's holiday season and you might as well earn money back when you're shopping. So you should definitely use Chirpyest. We are a proud realtor benefit partner of NAR. So if you join through chirpyest.realestate, you get access to free special features like multiple shopping boards and discounts from brands who only want to work with realtors. So you've earned the trust of your community as influencers, and now it's time for you to earn using Chirpyest. You can reach out to me at any time and make your listing shoppable.
Awesome. Thanks, Colette. Absolutely love it, guys. If you didn't catch this, you could go sign up for Chirpyest today and start generating revenue, and it's absolutely free, right?
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer for everyone on this call. Great way to create an additional revenue stream. And we're so glad you could share it with us here today, Colette. Thank you for being here. All right, so next we're going to call up Jim Riccitelli with Unlock.
I'm Jim Riccitelli, co-founder and CEO of Unlock, and I've got something awesome to show you all today. This is financial innovation, folks. It's a little different than the other things that you're seeing here on this podcast. We solve important financial problems for our customers by unlocking home equity, and we improve people's lives in the process. This is a real game changer, guys. Most of you are homeowners, I imagine. Homeowners routinely borrow against their home to solve for certain life needs like a remodel, a down payment on a rental property, or a child's education. But borrowing comes with monthly payments, and that's no fun. And some people can't borrow. Let me paint the nightmare picture for you. You own a home, have lots of home equity. You got laid off, struggling financially, credit scores dropped. You'd like to use some of your home equity to tide you through the rough patch, but you can't borrow. Your hard-earned equity is locked up. If you sell your home to access your equity, you'll be a renter, maybe forever. It's a scary thing. It's real. It happens to millions of people, but now there's a solution. We can unlock home equity. You get the cash you need without borrowing, no interest, no monthly payments. And here's the real magic. It's easy to qualify. FICO as low as 500 and typically no income requirements. This is finally a real solution to locked up home equity. That is a game changer. So you're probably thinking, how does this work? What's the catch? Well, there is no catch. It's actually quite simple. It's not a loan. It's an equity investment. And you already know how that works. When you buy a stock, you're making an equity investment. You're hoping the share price will rise. Our product is similar. We invest in your home by making a cash payment to you. You don't make any monthly payments to us. The investment ends when you sell your home or buy us out. You'll pay us a share of your home's value at that time. We're not a lender. We're more like a partner. We get a real estate investment and you get the cash you need today to make life better. Mortgage lenders underwrite based on credit, income, and monthly payments. We underwrite the house, so we can say yes when lenders say no. It really is that simple. We dramatically improve our customers' lives. We've already served over 10,000 customers, and we've already unlocked over $1 billion of home equity. And our customers have saved over $100 million in interest. And you know what? That's just the tip of the iceberg. The opportunity is massive. Consumer debt in the United States stands at 17 trillion, that's with a T, trillion dollars, all-time high. So millions of families need access to their home equity. And there's $4 trillion of tappable equity that's held by families that have no access to a mortgage loan. Think about the size of those numbers. Now, what about for all you realtors out there? What's in it for you? Unlock started out by helping families with damaged credit, but there's a lot more that we can do with this product. With Unlock, the impossible becomes possible. I'm going to show you 4 ways that Unlock can help your business grow, drive more transactions, and differentiate your brand by bringing creative solutions to the table. First, sellers can tap into their home equity to fix their home up for sale. Second, buyers can tap into their home equity to pay off debts in order to pre-qualify for a purchase loan. Third, your clients can use home equity to become property investors, building wealth with real estate. That's the American dream, right? Use equity from your existing home to make a down payment on a rental home. Start generating rental income and building home equity in 2 properties, right? I hope there's some wheels turning in your minds out there. And for number 4, and this is going to be huge, purchase for owner occupied. Now, folks, I'm talking about down payment cash here without monthly payments. And this is what we're working on for 2025. We don't do this yet, but we're going to help solve the affordability problem. We all know affordability is at an all-time low. It's not just a problem, it's a national emergency. For millions of families, coming up with just a 10% down payment can be a huge struggle. And with 10% down, you're borrowing 90% and paying mortgage insurance. Unlock can match the buyer's down payment with another 10%. That would bring the loan balance down to 80%. Or we might put in 15%, bringing the loan down to 75%. What's the impact here? The buyer borrows a lot less and avoids the cost of mortgage insurance. This can increase the buyer's purchasing power by 20% or more. Imagine if all your buyers suddenly had 20% more purchasing power. How cool would that be? We're Unlock. We solve really big problems with financial innovation. We unlock home equity, we unlock opportunity, we unlock home ownership dreams, and we unlock opportunities for you realtors to help your clients. If you're interested in learning more, there's a QR code there. Get in touch with us or send me an email. There's my email address right there. And we appreciate the opportunity to present to you today. Thanks.
Awesome, Jim. Thanks so much for being here with us. Folks, if you have questions for Jim, please type those in the chat box. Jim will answer those for you. Awesome product. You guys are obviously, helping with affordability, which is huge. It's needed. Great opportunity. So connect with Jim, use that chat box. And with that, we're going to move on to Scott Langmack with Cocoon.
Thanks, everybody. So here's a question. If you're an agent or a broker, do you ever feel like this? Do you ever feel like you're a hamster on a wheel, just running, trying to get ahead? The reason agents and brokers feel this way is that they're constantly chasing new business, new listings, doing all the work, trying to bring that business in. Well, we want to talk about a different way of working. We want to do it focused on the way top agents work. And that is by developing loyal contacts and loyal clients in a big way, which brings referrals, and with that becomes a continuous source of new listings. So it's all about loyalty. And how do we build loyalty? Well, at Cocoon, we do it by helping agents become really unique, like this pop star. We do it by helping agents add real value, like the world's best investor. And we do it by being frequent, like this singer who seems to be everywhere all the time. Frequent, unique value is really the secret to building loyalty with your broader contact groups. And when you do it and you combine all 3, you can end up looking like this. Okay, this was a little bit of fun, but in all seriousness, at Cocoon, we've been building client loyalty solutions for large banks, insurance companies, and real estate firms for the last 8 years. And we're entering into the agent and the broker business now because this startling statistic from one of the NAR researches a few years ago that 3/4 of real estate clients switch. People are switching agents too much. That's a crisis. So how do we approach it? Well, there's one funny thing, and that is that people really want to know what's going on in their neighborhood. So one of the things Cocoon does is we enable agents to send an updated email with an alert to their contacts whenever new construction shows up really close to them in their neighborhood. They can actually click through that email into the app, which shows a map of the area and all sorts of other building activity that's going on. They can even see the building permit. This is one example of a really popular way of engaging customers that stems from the dashboard, the homeowner dashboard that comes from the agent, branded to the agent for each of their clients and contacts. Now, there's a lot here to simplify it. Just want to focus that this top row of the dashboard is all about the home value and condition and the forecast, those elements. And then there's another component here which has to do with the neighborhood activity of building permits and sales activity. But importantly, these are not only applications, but they are automated nurture elements for up to 1,000 contacts. So all an agent has to do is upload their contacts, and then these go out monthly on a regular basis with the agent's branding and messaging. Now, there's another part to Cocoon, which has to do with, well, I'm going to focus on this next piece first, but it has to do with this component here, in that for every 250 contacts you have, one of them is listing a house every month. This is a really powerful construct in helping people understand how much value there is in mining your networks, your clients and your contacts. Now, the next step here is this bottom row. Bottom row shows tools that help turn CMAs into listings. So let me give you an example of how we do that. Via the dashboard, there's an ability for people just to send a quick text straight to the agent. So in this example, David has customers, Pete and Allison, and they send him a note. Hey, we're wondering about the value of our house. Standard CMA kind of request. So David goes over, does the CMA, sees the house and says, hey, Pete and Allison, would you be interested in knowing how much more equity you could build if you freshen up the house to the current sales kind of standards? Everybody wants to know. So together with a partner that we have called Hover, we're able to take this very nice looking house and show what happens when you turn it into a really current looking home that draws top dollar, not just the outside, but also for the inside. Now, in this case, Pete and Allison is like, hey, this is great, but what's that going to cost? And so David can pull up the Cocoon renovation estimator. It's the #1 in the industry, easily select the items to be updated and quickly get to the cost to renovate, in this case, $67,000, but an increase in home value of $215,000. So the profit is big. And this is how it goes from just more information to being the kind of thing that helps turn a CMA into a listing, which is the conversation becomes, you've got a current certain amount of equity in your home. With the upgrades, you'll get another lump of equity. That combined is enough potentially to take you to your next larger house that you've been wanting to move to. So you now have the capability to make that move you've been dreaming of. So we're not new at this. We've been doing this for a long time. We've done over 600,000 home estimates, around $260 million of value added in home value, and helping people make these exact decisions. So there's a lot to what Cocoon offers. The best way to find out is via a demo. If you scan the QR code, we're even going to offer a $25 Starbucks card for everybody that gets a demo. So sign up so we can show you the whole thing. We'll keep that QR code available. Just as a punctuate here, turn CMAs into listings, turn contacts into listings, and annually build loyalty for a continuous source of listings. Now, we haven't had a lot of time, but I hope you can see how we can help you get off the hamster wheel and start developing loyalty the way all top agents do, but do it faster and easier with Cocoon.
All right, awesome. Thanks, Scott. Thanks so much. I love that, guys. $25 Starbucks card. If you book a demo, scan that code, take advantage of it. If you have questions, please type those in the chat. We are a few minutes over, so we're going to keep those questions to the chat. Scott, we actually have one for you in the Q&A, if you can give a written answer there.
Okay.
Actually, a couple. So yeah, if you want to do that, we'll move on. And with that, we'll have Drew Fabricant with Scout bring us home.
So I know we only have about 3 minutes here, so I am going to do this a little bit differently. I'm going to jump straight into a demo. So you just heard from some incredible companies who are all providing amazing value. Platforms like Cocoon, platforms like Final Offer, Unlock, and now you have access to these tools that your customers can really benefit from. But the question always is, how do you get in touch with them? How do you find them? Right. So what Scout does is it actually helps you find your ideal customer. It helps you communicate your value, and it helps you build long-term relationships entirely through the power of email. And with that, I'm going to skip the slides and I'm going to try to see if I can get you out of here in 2 minutes. The first thing that most people do when they come into Scout is they'll actually go into a map and they'll draw their area of where they want to geo prospect to or farm. We already have built-in segments like likely movers, investors, cash buyers, out-of-state owners. The beautiful part about this platform is we're hooked up to around 350 million contacts. And we have 250 plus data points on almost all of those contacts, 148 million properties. So if you can define your target audience, we can create a segment for that. And it's as simple as literally just dropping this down. Let's say we're looking for, all neighbors. We're just going to go in here. You can hyper target. You can build your own criteria, create a little bow tie and pull the number of contacts in here. So we've got something like 2,000 people in here, email, phone name, phone address. You'll get things like the email, first name, last name, address, city, state, zip, phone number. We're hooked up to roughly 40,000 APIs. So if there's a data point that you're looking for, we can pull it right in here. But the data, honestly, you guys know it's useless unless you can actually use it, put it to work and make it go. So we collect all this data and we give it to you for the purpose of throwing it into an email-based campaign that we've already templated. And you can use this for your outreach. Real estate agents, brokers, the highest performing campaigns that we have are usually the I have buyers campaign, the I just sold your home campaign, or I just want to introduce myself as a local expert. Let's check out the I have buyers. I'll make this one a little bit bigger. All of this is pre-templated for you. All of the merge tags are personalized. So you can see when the subject goes out, city, state, zip with the address, we get upwards of 50, 60, 75% open rates here. All of this content, again, is totally personalized. We have AI built in so that you can ask it to make it shorter, longer, change the tone, improve the language. You want to say, make this specific to Brooklyn. We can do that too. It's going to write this, and then all of a sudden we can drop it right in there, right? And they genuinely cherish Brooklyn. If you want to follow up, we have this built-in smart to your existing Gmail or Outlook. 4 days later, we can respond to anyone who didn't reply. Replies are going to come right back into your inbox. It's a pretty incredible tool. It's very, very powerful. I don't want to keep on going on from here, but we're working with thousands of agents across the country, some of the largest teams and brokers. We're powering their outreach. We have success stories into the area where we're getting to almost 72x in terms of ROI, 10 times more effective than direct mail. We've sent over 1.2 million emails on behalf of our consumers alone this year, hitting the inbox 98% of the time. If you want to try it, please schedule a demo with us. hi@trustscout.com. We can offer free trial accounts, and we're happy to talk about any of your needs. So thank you so much for the time. I know I went a couple minutes over.
Yeah, you're all good. Thanks so much for being here, Drew. It's always great to see you, and we appreciate you sharing this with us today. And folks, with that, I guess big round of applause for everybody here. Thank you guys for joining us. We so appreciate your time here today. It's great to see all of you. As always, Ashley, thank you for helping to coordinate. But I'm sure our audience really loved hearing from you, and we'll do a lot with this recording after the fact to get it out there. So, again, thanks for your time. And anyone else has questions, feel free to type those in the chat. We can keep this up for another minute or two if you'd like. But yeah, guys, again, thank you all for being here. It's been great. We appreciate your time. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Tom. Bye.
Thanks, Tom.